Foreign employees are becoming more and more important for the Japanese economy. Many people are getting old, and then we're having less workers in the workplace, and then also a low birth rate. Many companies want to internationalize their business, and in order to do so, we need to learn from the foreign workers too. My name is Hiroaki Saito. I'm an associate professor of the College of International Management at APU. My research interest is how to create a workplace. People coming from different backgrounds work in a healthy way without compromising their performance. I'm currently doing the research in the context of the Japanese hospitality and tourism industry. While some companies are getting the advantage of having a foreign workforce in their workplaces, many are actually struggling to benefit from them. And what I hear from the organization are followings we are doing. Organizations think they are doing their best, such as locating playing room and having cultural day and sharing some cultural information among the Japanese workers and foreign workers. And second, we have limited expectations to the foreign workers. It's risky for the foreign workers to deal with the customers, especially when they don't speak perfect Japanese. We are not supposed to understand the foreign workers' cultural background because they're in Japan, so they need to learn Japanese, not we learning their culture. So many organizations are struggling to find a way to best utilize and deploy the foreign workforce. So the foreign workers have 4 issues they are facing commonly. The first one is language barriers. The companies are hiring foreign workers, but they still require foreign workers to use Japanese to communicate with employees and managers and also customers in Japan. Second one is a cultural barrier. The work ethics and culture is really different from their own countries. For example, even what is the best service to deliver to the customers. So they are struggling to understand this Japanese culture of service. Sometimes because of language barriers or maybe the different cultures, they have some difficulty to communicate, and sometimes they get some verbal abuse from the managers or even colleagues. In Japan, the culture of the customer is a god in a service. When the foreign workers cannot properly serve to the customers, and then they get a verbal abuse from the customers. And many foreign workers are actually struggling to engage with the companies that put in their effort into their workplace. What I see from the many organizations is an unhealthy working environment for both employees and employers. They need mutual understanding, collaborative process to create effective working place through effective communication system. It's not about can or cannot. It's about do or don't. Organization may provide comprehensive language support, such as providing language school or some interpretation in a document or emails and so on. That organization must assess whether their current practice in accommodating foreign workers and actually matching their need or not. So emotional intelligence is something Japanese managers need to develop too. Because, for example, when foreign workers get verbal abuse or bullying from the customers, those managers need to understand the foreign workers' emotion, providing social emotional support. Tips for the foreign employees. Try your best to improve your Japanese language, to communicate with colleagues and managers and customers. So sometimes you are lonely in a foreign country and you want to hang around with the people coming from a similar background. Sometimes it's okay, but it's actually limiting your opportunity to learn new things from Japanese culture. We have a collectivistic culture, therefore we need to adjust with the people around you, and which is maybe different from your own countries. In order to learn from those uniqueness, you need to be open-minded and flexible. And your positive attitude is actually bringing you a lot more opportunity to learn and develop yourself. Coming to the foreign country is a big decision. Myself, I went to many foreign countries and experienced a lot. It's a big decision. It's not going to the supermarket. I want you to recall why you came to Japan. If your reason still stands, you can overcome those challenges. Lastly, let me emphasize that creating healthy working place is one of the most important factors for the organization to be successful and prosper. Recently, we hear that diversity and inclusion everywhere, but this buzzword is not the goal for the organization. It's a process to be successful. To make it happen, mutual understanding and collaborative process to create healthy working environment through effective communication systems are key. The question to the both organization and employees is, when you're gonna start? The answer is today.